All right, so here's some follow-up comment on this paper from Harvard University. So the author tried to look at a satellite image in Wuhan, and then they count the number of cars manually, and then they basically try to sell the story that because there are more cars, basically more cars appearing in Wuhan hospitals from August 1st, 2019, that seems to suggest that COVID-19 started spreading in Wuhan on August 1st. But then I actually did my own initial review of this paper. If you're interested, please take a look at my previous video. And then I was like looking at this Reddit thread, and then someone actually posted this image. This is just absurd, okay? So 1 year, 2018, less cars, but then there's construction, no construction, obviously more cars, and then satellite angle. What about the cars behind this building? Not counted in 2019. If you have this kind of garbage data in your like research, it's basically garbage in, garbage out. How can you make use of the research results? I mean, how can anyone be so incompetent? Or maybe he's just malicious. Maybe this is just a political hit piece. Okay, I don't know. And then what's more absurd, once again, also mentioned in this Reddit thread, is that the author presented basically the Baidu, which is a search engine, the search engine popularity index of the word diarrhea. But then let's take a look at the shape. Yes, there's a bump on August 1st. More people are searching for diarrhea. Diarrhea is a symptom of COVID-19, and authors believe that this means COVID-19 started spreading in Wuhan from August. But then take a look at the Baidu index for the formal name of diarrhea. It's downward from August. Downward, okay? It's not a bump. This is the informal word, like more like daily language, daily word for diarrhea. Okay, take a look at this. I mean, by this image alone, I would say using Baidu index to try to reach any conclusion is absurd. Take a look at this kind of graph. Like, where's August? August is here, downward, all right? It's not a bump. The bump is using this phrase. This is a very weird phrase. Maybe the author is using Google Translate. Maybe this is just machine translated of diarrhea. Because I don't believe any reasonable Chinese person wouldn't search for this phrase. This is a ill-constructed phrase that's not like the common style of Chinese language. Nobody would use this phrase. And the popularity of this phrase is also like a super low. And then indeed, there's a bump. I don't know whether there's something happening or like there's database glitch or whatever, but then nobody wouldn't use this phrase. Either the author is cherry picking, all right, cherry picking, because for the formal name of diarrhea is going downward. For the the most commonly used daily word for diarrhea is going downward, but then only this one, there's a bump. So either this is cherry picking, okay? If it's cherry picking, then that is Wells' academic integrity. This is Harvard, okay? Or this can be explained by incompetence. And I'm more inclined to believe this is incompetence. So basically, his team doesn't have any Chinese researcher. Therefore, he used maybe like Google Translate to translate. But then, where is this the sort of like a serious attitude like I expected from Harvard University? You have a professor, okay, this is a contact author of this paper. You have this professor who is using Google Translate, and he ignores all these sort of like huge fluctuations. He somehow finds like this one case that seems to suggest that there's a bump. By the way, in my previous video, I actually mentioned that yes, there's a bump on August 1st, but how come there's no growth? We expect exponential growth. There's no growth. It's actually decreasing all the way to lockdown. How do you explain that? This is basically garbage garbage research. You cannot use Baidu popularity index to reach this sort of like a conclusion, okay? So anyway, in conclusion, either this research team led by this guy is incompetent or it's malicious political hit piece. That's it.